Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kia and this is Virtual Accent. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Kia and over here I do budgeting videos as well as shop with me videos. For every budgeting video I do post every Wednesday and Friday, and with my shop with me videos, those are random. So today is Wednesday, so of course we are doing a budgeting video, which is my weekly check-in number 4 of April. And what I do is I will let you guys see all of my transactions for the week, and then we will see on my weekly check-in worksheet if I am in budget for the month. So I do always have timestamps listed below in the description or within this video if you guys want to take advantage of that and just skip around or however you want to do it. But let's just go ahead and start this video. So as usual, I have already put in my unbudgeted for the week. So I have a few days of that. And I do have 1 day of bills, which is the light bill and the credit. So we will go ahead and unstuff that first. Okay, so the first one is my credit, and I will be paying off my card. I know it says due on the 1st. This is not the normal bill. This is me paying off the $100 that I did take from my card. So that was $25. So we're just going to remove that. And the last bill of the month that I paid was the light bill, which was $185. Okay, 100, 50, 70, 80, and 5. So that is all of my bills. Alright, so this week we are doing from the 20th to the 26th, and the first day of transactions was on the 20th, and that was for takeout. Just gonna flip this in because I can't write with the rings in the way with it open completely. So the first transaction was, this one was at Hardee's, and I spent $3.84. And the last one was at McDonald's. I spent $6.94. And that was all the transactions for the 20th. And as you can see, I did go over $1 with one of my takeout transactions and $2 in my grocery bill. So the next day was the 22nd. I had a takeout transaction. So this transaction was at an express diner, and I spent $6 there. And this transaction actually came out of my buffer. My buffer was $6, so that entire transaction came from buffer. This was at an express diner. I cannot write it all, so I'm gonna put express D. Alright, on the 22nd, I had a gas transaction. This one was at Sundew, and I spent $50. The next transaction was spending. This one was also at Sundew. I just got a bottle of water and spent $1.42 there. And then I had a sinking funds transaction. This one came out of my fiance's category, and I just got him some pizza from Pizza Hut and spent $16.47 there. So I did go over in my spending transaction because y'all know I rounded up to $2. So that $2 was unbudgeted, or that transaction was unbudgeted. And then with my fiance Jonathan, $2 out of that $17 was unbudgeted. So the next day on the 23rd, I had 3 sinking funds transactions. Alright, the first one was out of my household category. I went to Walmart and just got some things for the house and spent a total of $4.85. This next one came out of my 2 euros category. I spent $20 on a toddler bed, and this was just at a yard sale. So I'm just going to put that. I'm just going to put yard sale. Actually, that was just for the frame. I didn't get the mattress because I'm going to use the mattress from his crib. So yeah, he's officially in his toddler bed now. Oh my gosh, guys. I was like, the first night he kept getting out of the bed, but after about 2 or 3 times he stayed in the bed, and ever since then, every night since then, he's been, you know, staying in his bed and sleeping. So I'm really proud that he adjusted really quickly. The last transaction was for some tickets to the circus, and it was $33.33. The Zerbini Circus. So I paid for the tickets on this day, but we actually didn't go into the 24th. But yeah, that's all my transactions for the 23rd. So on the 24th, I had a gas transaction. So as you can see, I have an unbudgeted for gas, which is part of this gas transaction. This is the day that we went to the circus, which was about an hour away from town. And I also had to pick up my son because he was gone all week because they was out all week for spring break. I had to pick him up from his dad's, which was not from his dad's, but we met like halfway. Our halfway point from the circus was like 40 minutes, so it all worked out. But yeah, we did a lot of traveling is my point. So I did put in $34 in gas, and this was at a BP. This was completely unbudgeted. And then I had 3 sinking funds transactions. Actually, I think I put $50 in gas at this BP, but I used $34 out of my gas envelope, and I used the leftovers, which was $16 out of my son's category for picking them up and things like that to help me, you know, out with picking them up. That's what that $16 out of this one was, and I'm just gonna put BP for that one. And then the next transaction out of my fun category, and this was us eating at Bojangles, and I spent a total of $52.38. You guys, I almost cried. I did not. We was originally not even going to eat out for this trip, but we did not have time to cook, so I ended up having to spend some money on takeout with my fun envelope. I had it in there, but I just really didn't want to use it because this circus trip was like unplanned. Like, I was not planning to go to the circus. I originally was because I knew about it about 2 weeks ago, but I decided not to go because I knew my son was out of town and I wanted him to go. He ended up not wanting to go, and he didn't go. The money I had in my fun envelope was for the fair that we plan on going to this upcoming weekend. So yeah, we're basically, this weekend we was using the fair money for the circus. So this $52.38 was at Bojangles. And then the last transaction was on circus food and drinks. I was not planning on spending money on that either. They come out to be $33.28. That was on funnel cakes, drinks, and yeah, I'm just gonna put Zerbini. And that was all my transactions for that day. All right, so I have 2 no spend days this week. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this month so far. I think I'm doing pretty good with the no spending. I guess it's all on this side. It's a little one-sided, but yeah, let's go ahead and move on to our weekly check-in. All right, so this is the weekly check-in sheet. We're gonna get started with adding up all of my spending transactions, which I only had one for $2. So my spending envelope is supposed to be empty. I spent $2, so it should definitely be empty. I had $96 remaining. Spent $2, so I still have $94 remaining for the month. Moving on to gas, I only had 2 transactions for $50 and $34. So I spent a total of $84. I put in $50, so it will be empty once we remove it. I have $50 remaining for the month, and I spent $84. So I am negative $34. Next takeout, I'm going to add all that up. So that is a total of $17. And I put in 10, so that will definitely be a negative or empty. For takeout, I had $28 remaining for the month, and I spent $17. So I still have $11 to spend for the month. And then with unbudgeted, I'm just going to add all that up. Alright, so with unbudgeted, that was $48 that I went over. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's stuff these envelopes. Alright, so with spending, it should be empty. I had to remove $2, but I didn't have it. So it's completely empty. And then with gas, I have to take out $84. I only have $50, so I'm going to take that out and it will leave it empty. With takeout, I had $10 in my envelope. Supposed to take out $17 and it'll leave it empty. Add that to my tray. Yeah, so buffer, I did use it all up like I told you guys with my takeout, one of my takeout transactions. So I'm just gonna remove that $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take that out as well. So yeah, this total here is gonna be added towards all of this and my sinking fund. All right, so the first sinking fund will be unstuffing is my boyfriend Jonathan, or my boyfriend. my fiance Jonathan, and he only had one transaction, so I'm just gonna flip over to that. The first transaction in the book. So all right, so with Jonathan I had a transaction for $17. So we're going to remove 15 because he only has 15 in there, so that's $2 that I owe my card. All right, so the next transaction was for household, and it was just one transaction for $5. And we're just going to remove that out of household, which is probably all that it is. So household is now empty. And then since we're in this same binder, we're going to go and move on to my son Kobe. So you had one transaction for $16. And that's exactly what you had in his envelope. So his envelope is now empty. And then my son Mason. So my son Mason also had one transaction for $20. Let's see if I move this over some. So we're going to remove that. And you should now have 74, 20, 40, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4. $74. Now we can move on to fun, which is in this mini envelope. Get that. Okay, this is a bit tacky, but this is where I keep my tracker for my fun envelope. So this envelope, I had a few transactions, so I'm just going to add all those up. All right, so it's been a total of $121 in fun, so I'm just going to remove that. So that's 100. Ooh, 100, 20, and $1. So this should be $99. So that's 50, 70, 90, 95, 97, 99 in my fun envelope. Alright, so as usual, it's time to count the money, and this is the unbudgeted right here, and we're just going to go ahead and add up all of my sinking funds and my bills and cash envelopes. 100, 200, 250, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 400, 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53. So it's 453. Added to that 48 is a total of $501 that I spent this week on everything. So this is pretty much the end of the video. So with that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hit that thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already. And stay tuned. I have something to update you guys on. So as you guys can see, I have 2 debt trackers here, and I'm about to explain why. So in my future video, my next cash stuffing video, which will be on Friday, I will be starting over in a lot of my envelopes. I will be unstuffing them off camera because I'm trying to clear my debt. I no longer work anymore. I'm a stay-at-home mom. So right now I'm not working, so we only have one stream of income at the moment. I'm actually working on starting my own business soon. Hopefully you guys pray for your girl that this pulls off. But for right now, I am clearing a lot of my envelopes to clear my debt because this is debt that I owe my card. But since I'm not working, I don't want to put the burden on my fiance to have to pay all of this back, even though he would not mind at all. But I just decided to use what I have saved for other things that aren't coming yet. So the reason why you see 2 different debt trackers is because this is the debt tracker for what I owe my card, and this is the debt tracker that breaks it down like into categories. And as you can see, I have a lot of IOUs from my fiance, so anytime he owes my card, I put listed over here. I don't list it over here. So that's the difference between the 2 trackers. This one is more in depth. It breaks it down into categories, and it also has IOUs and things like that on there that I don't list on here. So this is the amount that's actually in my debt folder, because most of the time, by the time I do a cash stuffing, these IOUs is already paid. So if that made any sense. But anyway, so currently I owe $784 to debts, even though it does say $915. It's really $784, you guys. So the envelopes I'm going to clear is there's a lot of them that don't have anything in it anyway. And this is strictly from my sinking funds. I'm not going to clear any of my cash envelopes because I ain't gonna lie, they're empty anyway most of the time. So household is empty. Lakia and my oldest son is empty. My son Mason, I'm not going to take his out because I don't want to clear any of my children's funds out because this is still money from like not birthday money, but Christmas money from last year. Like, it's still in there, so I don't want to clear that out. My fiance's is empty. So YouTube and date night will be getting cleared, so I'm going to go ahead and add that up. That's 115 and 15. Car stuff won't get removed because I am in need of an oil change, and I have something really minor that's wrong with my car, and I need to keep that money in there because it needs to be fixed immediately. So I'm not going to unstuff that. I'm not going to unstuff vacation because we are planning this vacation like within the next week or two, so I don't want to remove that. Emergency and birthdays will be removed, so that's 42 and 22. And then furniture and surgery. So I hated to have to remove my surgery, but it's going to take a long time for us to get to $14,000. That's a combination of the surgery that I want and the surgery my fiance wants. That's why it's so much. So just one income right now. I just prefer to go ahead and use this money to clear my debt. $10 and $200. Okay, skipping debt. And then, unfortunately, my wedding will also be removed. So that's $510. Because we are going to be using most of our tax money to pay that back and things like that. So, Easter, I'm not going to remove Mother's Day because it is right around the corner. So I don't want to remove that. Same thing with Father's Day. I don't want to remove that either. Halloween will be removed. And I'm not going to remove Christmas. So those are the envelopes I decided to remove, and I will update these trackers off camera. So as you can see, I have a total of $944 I can put towards debt. I only need $784, so I'm going to subtract that, and it left me with $160. So like I told you guys, this tracker here includes my fiance's IOUs, and when you total all that up, it's $131. Alright, so I do have $160, and like I said, my fiance owes me $131, but he wanted to also put money towards my fund envelope because, like I told you guys, that the money in our fund envelope was for the fair that's coming up, and we just decided to use it for the circus. So he wanted to put the $160 back in there. So as y'all can see with my fund envelope, I have $99. So in order to get, I'm trying to get to $175. I know it had $160 in there originally before, but I wanted to put $175 just to make sure I don't go, unbudgeted or anything. I'd rather have too much than not enough. So to get the $175, I'm just gonna put, I know it says 99, but we're just gonna say, pretend it says 100. So he's gonna put 75 towards that, and instead of him doing that, I'm just gonna take it out of this. So I'm gonna subtract 75, and it left me with 85. So that 85 is gonna go towards his 131. This is what I broke down for him to give me when he gets paid. So I put his name and the date. So he has to give me $382 for bills. This is his IOUs. I added it all up to 131. I'm gonna subtract that 85 from, the money I took out of my envelopes, and it leaves him owing me $46 now. And I got him giving me $205. That's for cash envelopes and for sinking funds. So yeah, some of the envelopes that I did unstuff to pay off debt is getting stuffed again. But hey, I don't have any debt, you guys. So that's the way I did it. So from here on out, I am completely free of debt. My car is paid back. I am I am empty on a lot of my envelopes. But that's completely fine. I will build them back up. I always do. This is not the first time this has happened. But I'm really happy that my debt is clear. I don't have to keep worrying about that. I can focus more on not letting it happen, not letting it happen again. So it just feels like a big weight has been lifted off of my shoulders with this debt being clear, because the reason why I had so much debt, most of the debt was from my car, getting my car fixed and everything. There's a lot of unexpected expenses and things of that nature. So I am super happy. I hope this was easy for you guys to follow. Just know that your girl will be starting over in some envelopes. Pretty much starting over, fresh. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. Subscribe, and I will see y'all on Friday. Bye.